Welcome back, everybody, to the Fat N Regal Show. This is episode 4, and we got an interesting topic. But before we get that, let's give a special shout out to all of our sponsors: Rockin' Buds, Take a Seat, Barber Studio. I got to get the names right because I've been messing them up lately. And JoJo's Exotics, Lubbock's Promotions, and so many more. Again, guys, if you want to be a potential sponsor, or if you would like to donate to this podcast, it really goes a long way. We can buy more equipment because right now we got stuff on top of stuff and not even stands. So I'm being very vulnerable right now. But Rigo, why don't you talk about the topic that we're going to talk about today? Because
is that all of them? Is that all the sponsors?
Well,
Lubbock's Production, or what is it?
Lubbock's Production, Lubbock's Promotion, JoJo's Exotic,
Yeah.
Rockin' Buds, and Take a Seat, Barber Studio.
Yep. Okay.
As you know, I got the merch. Shout out to Bubba G.
Yes, sir.
So, like I said, and if you happen to stop by Rockin' Buds, make sure you get the Fat Luigi. I promise you, it'll be the best thing you've ever had.
Yeah, it's pretty good. He's not capping. Anyway, today we're going to talk about flat earth theories. Okay? Now, I remember a long time ago, I used to say, just to make you guys
I remember that.
I used to be like, guys, the earth is flat, and this is why.
Yeah, you used to be that guy that.
But it was a joke.
Yeah, well, years later now we know it's a joke. Back then we didn't know.
He thought I was serious.
Yeah. So, why do you think people think that the earth is flat? Like, really?
Well, I used to watch a lot of YouTube videos, and I never considered it. I thought it was a bunch of bull.
Okay.
Quack. And what they think is that the Bible says the four corners of the earth. So they think in their minds that the earth is on some pillars on four sides, and there's a dome on top of it. Which doesn't make sense because how does the sun and the moon have eclipses? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They say that okay, like let's pretend like this is the flat surface of the earth, right? They're just going around in circles.
Okay.
Which I don't know, it doesn't make sense to me. Does it make sense to you?
No. I think when they were talking about also in the Bible that says like the firmament, and it talks about the dome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or nobody can escape the firmament and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so people were taking it out of context, and they were looking at it and they were saying, hey,
yeah.
They were saying NASA was, and clearly to say, I really do feel like we did go to the moon. Now, some of the stuff, I mean, who knows? Okay, Hollywood and all those. I mean, you could literally
Hollywood.
You could literally make anything possible. Okay.
Yeah, you can.
But if you really ask me, there's no freaking way. No freaking way that the earth is flat. Because
why?
Gravity is one thing, okay? Gravity. What's the lyrics?
I don't know, but we're gonna get copyright striked, all right?
Okay. Well, anyways, if the earth was a fucking CD, okay, for instance, if the earth was a fucking CD,
exactly,
all the water would be in the fucking middle.
Exactly.
Okay?
Exactly.
Not only that, but if you was to jump on a fucking trampoline, you would fucking fall sideways and hit a sideways tree. Everything that is fucking grown, fucking straight forward.
You would try to.
That's a lot of fucking franks. But anyways, if you was to jump up, you would fall sideways, and you would probably fall to the fucking edge of the earth.
Yeah.
And not only that, but just like I mentioned, if the earth is really flat, right, and all the water is in the middle, then that means all the outsides
is land.
Is desert.
Yeah.
Because there's no water to contain it. Doesn't make no damn sense.
Well, if you look at the way that the flat earth is supposed to actually be, what they say, Alaska, I'm sorry, not Alaska, Antarctica is all the way around the circle, all the way around the earth.
Yeah.
Which, I can see where they're going with it, but it's not really. Because you still got oceans near Antarctica.
Is it really true that it's you can't go there. Like if you go to Antarctica, you're gonna get fucking welcomed by the military.
Well, it is heavily guarded by the military.
Unless you're invited, trying to hold something there.
Maybe unless you're invited by by whoever, or unless you get in contact with whoever. Like I know some bands that played in Antarctica, so but I don't know. Like there's theories about there was a secret war in World War II in Antarctica, with the United States and Germany. Who knows if that's true? Nobody knows. But yeah, I mean, supposedly, if you're to try to sell there, you'd be welcomed by the United States Army.
Yeah. My only thing is, what doesn't make sense to me, Antarctica is cold as shit.
Exactly.
Okay. So anything that's living there or whatever they're trying to protect, the temperatures there is already below zero.
Yeah.
Year round, right? The military is guarding whatever the reason or whatever their purpose of guarding whatever's there is there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, are they trying to guard Bigfoot or something? Or, is there some...
there's two theories to this. One is that, which probably is not... Well, both of them are pretty... One of them is more believable than the other.
Uh-huh.
But one of them is that they're guarding the edge of the earth. The flat earthers believe.
And of course, like the map that you see, and what we're talking about is the map that you see in schools or all that shit. You see the Antarctica literally on the edge.
Yeah.
And of course, if it was in a globe, it's all on the
bottom.
On the bottom, I always forget.
Yeah, no, it's at the bottom.
So therefore, that's the reason why they said the edge of the earth. Okay.
They're guarding it so that way, one, nobody finds out. Two, nobody falls off the earth. Apparently.
Yeah.
The second reason is that there is alien base in Antarctica.
Okay.
So, that they're trying. It
kind of makes sense because it's cold as shit. Who the fuck wants to be there?
Exactly. So, I don't know. Who knows what they're hiding? Could be just natural resources, like oil.
Or something.
Underneath all the, because, I mean, they do oil digging, or drilling, rather, in the ocean. Could be just the same thing. Just they don't want nobody to know about it.
Okay. Well, I got two things to say. First thing is another to shoot down the flat earthers.
Yeah.
I feel like if the earth was flat, okay, of course gravity doesn't take its course, right? So therefore, I don't think scales and weights, how we can determine weights, would be. And then they say, here's another thing, weights wouldn't be a thing, scales wouldn't be a thing, but also, when they say they're flying or they're on the top of a mountain or something, they say, how come we don't feel how come we don't, bro, we literally move with the fucking earth.
Exactly.
You're not in a fucking okay, I get it. You go to amusement parks and you get on those shits that spin really fast. Well, guess what? The reason you can feel that shit is because you're not in gravity of that.
Yeah.
That's the only way I can put it, cuz we're it's almost like we're a magnet to the earth.
Yeah.
So we're already connected to the earth. That's why we can't feel shit. Exactly. The earth spins fast as fuck.
Yeah, to be exact, it's 825 miles per hour.
So think about it. I think if we was to get on a machine that spins us that fast, we'd probably.
Well, I knew that exact number because like 3-4 days ago I was watching Tyson. What's his name? Neil deGrasse, whatever his name is, the black scientist.
Okay.
What's his name? Tyson deGrasse.
The only Tyson I know is Tyson's Chicken.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Okay.
Anyway, he was talking to a guy, and the guy asked him what would happen if the Earth stopped suddenly. And he said that, well, the Earth is... He said, first of all, that it'll be a very bad day on Earth because everybody will die because the Earth is spinning 825 miles per hour. So that means if it stops, you're going to go flying 825 miles per hour. So, like, if it stops right now, our body would just fly to whatever direction.
And 9 times out of 10, we'd probably fucking die because we're either in a
10
building.
10 times out of 10.
Well, I mean, if you're literally just walking outside, I mean, you're almost guaranteed to be out of. You'll be in outer space or something.
Yeah, yeah, and that's just the thing
or hitting
too.
Some
like,
kind of debris.
Like even when you're traveling on the highway, it doesn't feel like you're going 75 miles per hour, but you are. You know what I mean? And you feel it if the car stops suddenly. You feel it because you'll jump. So that's the exact same thing.
75.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, you
25, 75, somewhere around there.
I'm pretty sure if you don't die from the debris that's hitting your head, pretty sure you'll die from all your intestines and your brain and your heart. Just literally,
just shifting at a moment's.
That fast. Yeah, you're probably
Yeah.
You're probably eternal. What is it? Bleed eternally. Eternal.
I would say probably internally combusted. I don't know.
Oh yeah, you're definitely going down. Okay, so another thing is. Okay, flat earthers think, okay, like for instance, do you feel like we went to the moon, yes or no?
No, I do not.
Okay.
Well, I don't know.
Okay.
Hold on. Hold on.
Okay.
Me and Jonah talk about this all the time. And I am undecided on it. I don't know. Because there's some evidence that says yes, and there's some very convincing evidence that says no. So, just like, I'll give you one quick example. The radiation belt that's in between the Earth and the moon. Scientists now say if you were to try to go through it, you'll evaporate. Why didn't they evaporate when they went the first time? With less technology than we have now. You know what I mean? That's just, that to me, like, that's
you're talking about, like, you'll literally disintegrate.
Yeah, because it's a radiation, you know what I mean? Like, what happens when you're exposed to radiation, you know? Yeah, you get cancer and you die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're talking about radiation.
Unless it's radiation for, like, to heal. Well, actually, radiation heals cancer, right?
Radiation kills cancer.
Radiation is bad for your body,
okay? It also heats your food.
Yes.
And it also, we also have radiation on our cell phones.
Exactly. So
radiation is actually...
It's a small amount of radiation, though.
Exactly.
But that over there it's a huge amount of radiation.
Yeah, an amount that we don't even can comprehend or even understand the source of the power.
Exactly.
Or the power of that source.
That's why I question it. That's one of the main reasons why.
Okay, so there's only 2 reasons why I feel like we haven't gone to the Earth. It's because... I mean,
where are we at? No.
There's only 2 reasons why I felt like we haven't gone to the moon.
Okay.
First reason is because
you don't believe we went either.
I'm kind of on the
thingy too.
On the thing too, like we didn't go.
Okay.
Or actually 3 reasons. One, I mean, shit, you can just. I mean, dude, like we're so advanced.
Yeah.
I mean, even back then, if they can fake you walking on the moon, you know what I mean? Like, it's so easy to fake that. You know what I mean? Even now, can you imagine going to the moon now? I mean, even movies now look so realistic, you wouldn't even know. 2, there was literally a rocket, and someone was filming it. I guess they were on a boat or something, or a yak or something. And when they were literally going up and stuff, you could see that they were kind of like curving. Yeah, they were curving. They weren't going straight up. Now,
you know why they say that?
Well,
because they're saying that it's going against the curvature of the Earth.
Yes.
So, like, you're already so high that you're already trying to get into orbit.
Or something like that. But they also, flat earthers are saying, it's because
you can't
leave the firmament or the
dome.
Which
I did see a video of a guy who, I guess he was rich.
Yeah.
He built this big old rocket, and he estimated it. His scientists estimated it, and with the rocket propulsion that it had, it should have made it to outer space, like what they consider outer space, and it didn't. Because I don't know if you've seen the video. Have you seen the video where it just stops all of a sudden and it sounds like it hits something? Yeah, there's a video like that on YouTube. I don't know, just stuff like that, like, and it had enough. Like, you could tell that it had enough momentum to make it further than what it was. Is it the same
video? I think I seen a video where someone like went so damn high up into the. They literally, I guess they went to a certain atmosphere, and it almost went like zero like it just went, like slow.
The rocket or the person?
I don't know if it was a rocket or if it was a person, but
well, yeah. Well, the thing is, if it's the same idea as a rocket in space, you know.
Yeah.
How does a rocket in space work if there's no oxygen? Because you can't push forward with fire.
Exactly.
So
another reason why flat earthers think that we haven't technically seen the Earth, or nobody really knows because we can't get out, right? It kind of makes sense, okay? Now hear me out. It kind of does make sense. You've seen all the planets in school. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, we were taught all the planets.
yeah,
Okay?
especially
apparently,
Uranus.
especially Uranus. Apparently, Pluto is no longer a planet. It's a part of a moon to a bigger planet far, far away.
I actually watched Neil deGrasse Tyson also say why it wasn't a planet anymore. But you can continue.
Okay, but I do want to hear that.
Okay.
Okay, so check this out. Every single photo,
it's perfect.
They're perfectly round and everything, but literally the galaxy of what we know, right? And remember, I mean, I've seen a lot of videos of people with telescopes seeing the moon, right?
Yeah.
And even, I mean, I'm talking about we're in such advanced technology and telescopes. I mean, those things can shoot stupid, like you can literally see the craters.
Yeah, on the moon.
On the moon, right? So check this out. The guy in the live video, you can literally see from the outside of the moon, you can see stars, millions of stars, and just around it, right? But
yeah.
in our school books, and I did the research myself. If y'all don't believe me, go on Google right now and go Google a planet. You go and Google that shit. You just see a fucking planet, and on the outside, it's just
stars.
There's no stars. It's just pitch black. So there's two things to it. Are they really lying to us, and they really haven't really got a real crisp picture?
Yeah.
Because we haven't gone out. We have never went to the moon. We really don't have satellites that have the capacity of taking high pictures or high resolution pictures like that.
Yeah.
Or do they get the picture and they say, I'm just gonna edit it and take out the stars in the galaxy so they can really focus on, because photo editing is the same thing too. So what do you think?
Well, what I think it's just part of the I don't want to say lie, but they have to keep it constant because I'll give you an example. The astronaut that went to space and went to the moon,
Neil Armstrong.
One of them. I don't remember. It wasn't Neil Armstrong, though. But it was one of them. And whenever they got back and they had a press conference, one of the reporters asked, how did the stars look in space? They should have looked, I bet they looked amazing. And he said, oh, yeah, they look beautiful, And then he goes to write a book later on. And the book, he says, there were no stars visible from the surface of the moon. So that, to me, throws a red flag. Like, did he misremember? Because, if I was in space, I'm going to be taking everything in. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I think it's just, I don't know.
So, what about this Tyson dude of why the Pluto wasn't a planet?
So, he gives out this. Basically, what he's saying is whenever they discovered Neptune, it's because all three big telescopes, they were all calibrated to the same, everything was from how far it's looking or where it's looking. It's all calibrated to the same measurements.
Yeah.
He was saying, but whenever it came down to Pluto, it took so long because it didn't. They had to retrace their steps.
Yeah.
Because he said that they named it a planet, and one of the scientists was like, "No, it's not a planet." So he went back and he looked at the data, and he tested the night of each when they discovered each planet of Pluto. When each telescope discovered Pluto, he realized that one of the telescopes was calibrated wrong. So he called the telescope people, and they fixed it, and they looked at it again, and they determined that it was not a planet. It was a dwarf star. Just because of simple calibration. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. What if
it's a star?
It's a dwarf star, yeah. Or is it? No, it's not a dwarf star. It's a dwarf planet. Dwarf planet.
Okay. Well, I was say a fucking star.
No, it's a planet. Dwarf planet.
So apparently, like Saturn, you couldn't even go in there because it's like fucking hurricanes and tsunamis and it's Hurricane Shakira out there. I mean,
my hips don't lie. No.
Yeah. Apparently, the red eye is what we know.
That's Jupiter.
Oh shit! Yeah. I need to go back to school.
That's that one is supposedly supposed to be only.
I meant Jupiter, not any planet that I just said right now.
Yeah, Saturn.
Saturn's the one with the rings.
Saturn is the one with the rings with the bunch of moons.
And Uranus is the one with the emoji.
Yeah.
That was funny. All right. Well, that was all fun and stuff, but let's get down to the nitty gritty.
Okay.
Okay. One question I want to ask you.
Okay.
Would you go to space? And if you would go to space, what would be your purpose of going other than obviously to go explore and stuff? But, I mean, I feel like with the technology that we have now and how advanced we are right now, I think we could make it.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I would. Well, if I was guaranteed you're going to come back safely, we can guarantee it, then yes, I would. If they're, because, like Elon Musk or, I don't know if it's Elon Musk or the scientists at NASA, they're trying to send people to Mars. And they're going to like live in this like incubated habitat or whatever. And they're not going to be able to come back to Earth. Like that's scary to me, to live on another planet. It's one thing to live in a different city than what you're used to. It's another to live in a whole different planet.
All you need is a slight temperature change, a slight pressure in the oxygen in that little
Well, they're going to build
incubator.
something, yeah.
All it takes is, like if there was no way for us to get a water supply out there, you're basically fucked.
Exactly.
So
I'm not taking that risk. But if they were like, yeah, we'll take you to the moon, you kick some dirt around.
Is that even,
collect the sample?
Is that even
take a piss? Take a piss on the moon.
You got to understand, dirt to us is dirt because of
the Earth.
Of the Earth.
Exactly. Well,
and the crust is
moon dust.
What do they say?
The crust
is mostly, some of it's nickel, right?
Probably vibranium.
Vibranium. Get the Uganda. But anyways, okay. So my thing is to
I would go to space.
Okay, I would go too, but I would be scared as shit.
Yeah. But that's because you don't even like roller coasters. Imagine that.
That shit hurts my balls. But I mean, it hurts.
You ain't gonna have any after you get to.
Hey,
to
but
space.
Here's the thing, though. It hurts when it goes down. I'm going straight the fuck up. Now going back down.
Force.
Now going back down, I might have to pop a couple of hydrocodone and
some Xanax. You'd be out for.
Yeah, I just
like Drake says. Like Drake says, out like a light.
Yeah, put me out for real.
Yeah.
I'll take that and some melatonin and some.
You're gonna die before you even get to Earth.
That's fine. That'll be all right. It'll be worth it. But anyways, the point is, another question that I have that's actually a really interesting question. Why, other than Elon Musk, okay?
Okay.
Remember, we're in 2021 now. Yes. We're so advanced in technology. We're so innovative. We got so many engineers. We got so many people that are creative and create. I mean, you said it yourself. You got millionaires, billionaires that are creating and have the capability of taking even themselves or their families out of outer space and stuff like that. Why haven't nobody still done it? And with the technology that we have right now, you would think that they can create a camera that can withstand all the pressure, or keep
film it going out of
or film it, make a spaceship that's gonna take us there, and then not only that, I'm just thinking like we've literally done so much to this Earth, right? We've literally
we're trashing
it. Elon Musk is talking about making robots that's gonna do everyday work for us, and we don't have to know. And apparently, it's not gonna be so smart to overtake us, but it's going to have enough intelligence to which that's already a red flag. But
have you not seen iRobot?
yes, Will Smith was horrible in that movie.
He was all right.
He was. It was. I thought it was okay. But anyways, besides the point,
It was
Jonah was looking at me like, "What? I thought it was pretty good."
It ain't no Fresh Prince. Nah, I'm just kidding.
It wasn't fresh.
Nah,
No,
bro, are you
but-
kidding me? The ending scene of iRobot?
No, yeah, but I'm saying it was okay. Anyways, let's go back to the question.
Okay.
Why do you feel like they haven't done anything yet? I mean, look how advanced we are. Look how innovative we are.
Well, there's two things to that. I think that if the Earth was flat and the government knows, don't you think billionaires will know? You know what I mean? Like, they're just doing it for show. You know, like recently Jeff Bezos went to space and he came back with this group of people.
So you think it's all clout?
I think so. Well, I mean, I'm just saying, like, if it turns out to be true, that would be a reason why.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Another reason why it would be is, like, maybe regulation, you know, because, you know, they probably get fined a lot of money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because NASA, because I remember watching an interview with Elon Musk talking about how hard it was. Oh, I remember. About hiring, because somebody asked him a question like, why don't you hire Americans to work on your space program? Well, there's a regulation with the government in the United States and NASA that you have to hire people outside of the United States if you're going to have a space program here in the United States. So that's why he said that. So I mean, if there's a regulation like that for not even being able to hire Americans, what other regulations are there? You know what I mean? Like, he can only go to like a certain feet.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
But let's get back to the question, okay? And I'm about to blow.
Why haven't they done it?
Okay. Why haven't they done it? And check this out.
Well, Elon Musk sent a car to Mars. Does that count? With the dummy in there?
Okay, that still doesn't count. But my thing is, okay, why haven't they done it as innovative and how as much advanced we are in technology?
So basically, what
check this out.
Why hasn't NASA gone back to the moon? Is that what you're asking?
I mean, yeah.
Okay. Now I understand.
Or why do you feel like anybody hasn't gone to or gone out of space yet?
Well, I was watching an interview with NASA, and one of their engineers said, and I quote, and you could probably find this on YouTube, "We destroyed the technology to go back to the moon." Just straight up like that. We destroyed the technology to go back to the moon.
That makes no fucking sense.
Exactly. Like, you can't just build it again. Like, if it cost $20 billion in 1969 or whatever year there was, wouldn't it cost cheaper to make it the exact same way now? You know what I mean?
The materials, right?
Yeah.
But not only that, but check this out. Just like Area 51 and Antarctica.
Uh-huh.
Okay? If they're so-called aliens and they've given us the technology to be advanced, right?
Yeah.
Quote unquote, like the theories they always said, they gave us vibranium, a technology source. They gave us a technology source that we couldn't even understand.
Technically, if vibranium was real, it'd be through an asteroid falling to Earth. But keep going.
But anyways, do you really believe that the aliens have given us the technology? That's why we're so advanced. Do you feel like that? Yes or no?
No. Well,
Okay.
my answer is, again, this is all hypothetical. If aliens are real and aliens crash landed in Roswell, the reason why we are not able to make a flying saucer or whatever they use is because we don't have the element that they use for their fuel source.
Or to
because
even,
if you
withstand, yeah.
Bob Lazar, he used to work at Area 51. Very interesting. Go watch him. There's a documentary on YouTube, or go watch his podcast with Joe Rogan. Very interesting. Basically, long story short, his wife was cheating with his pilot instructor.
Fucking slut.
So, you know, like, you're working for a high secret government. They're gonna make sure that everything is like working right for, you know, like your marriage,
exactly.
or you know.
Yeah.
So they're tapping the phone, and they're hearing, oh my God, come over tonight. Bob's gonna be at work. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, come over here and pound me.
Exactly. So he got to work one day. They sat him down, and they're like, "Listen, this is what's going on. Your wife's cheating on you. So we need you to take a few days."
Yeah.
So he thought, okay, well, this is probably gonna end with me getting fired because they're gonna think that I'm not stable.
Yeah.
So he goes public with everything he knows. Before he goes public with everything he knows, one of the nights that they're doing a test fly, he took a bunch of people out there, and they saw the UFO flying around. Yeah. So anyway, basically, long story short, he said that the reason that they're not able to replicate it is because there's an element, I guess 115 or something like that. That doesn't
basically
exist.
It
doesn't exist on Earth, and he was saying that in 1980, but it wasn't until 2013 that they discovered that they can make element 115. So we're on the verge of making a flying saucer. It could be even here already.
Sorry.
It's all good. Anyway, but I think because if you look at the technology from 1940, whenever Roswell crashed the UFO, till now, like how fast the technology has evolved from that 100 years. You know what I'm saying? So I think the aliens. Basically, my answer is the aliens didn't. Do it on purpose. If it's a thing, like they got the technology and they reverse engineered it.
Okay, so just like how you were saying or what you mentioned, it wasn't until 2013 that they discovered that they can obtain whatever that was.
That makes the aircraft fly without any propulsion.
So now that's a big red flag, because now that's nearly 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Or it is 8 years ago.
Yeah.
And I feel like every single year we're getting so advanced. I mean, 8 years is a long time. Okay? Back in 80s, 1970s, 1960s, we didn't have the actual thought. We didn't have the technology. We didn't have the capability of what they could do then. And so-called what they did was unrealistic then seems so realistic, if not doable, if not, like how you said, guaranteed to come back safe. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
If they have the capability to go to space, if they have the capability of doing it, why haven't they done it? That's a good question.
It's a good question, but I think, let's say, again, it's all hypothetical. Let's say that in 2013 they discovered this, all right, and they started mass producing this element, and they started putting it in secret spacecrafts. Who's not to say that they've already been out to space like thousands of times?
Yeah, without anybody knowing.
But nobody knows. You know what I mean? Because it could be like, how do I say this? Like in 2001, it's aliens. In 2021, it's still aliens, because the government will keep you in the dark. You know what I mean? So like,
so do you think that the government or the higher class or the secret agent or whatever the hell you want to classify them, they maybe have been going and they've been keeping all that information and technology and all that stuff from us to maybe overpower us?
Well, for sure. I mean, just look at the black fighter jet or whatever it was, the big triangle plane. Like, people were reporting on it in like 1930 or something like that, and it wasn't until like 1970 that it got redacted and people found out about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
40 years, man.
The technology's like so advanced, like in the private sector, that you don't know. You'd probably be like, "What the hell?" Like, you'd be amazed at what's there. You know what I mean? So I mean, it's possible. Apparently, there's only a few people that know about the UFOs, and the president doesn't know. Like, the president doesn't have enough high enough clearance.
And the president doesn't even know what the f*** going on. I don't know if you've seen him.
He's trying to get people vaccinated whenever people in Afghanistan are dying.
Yeah. He's worried about the wrong thing, and that's another topic for another day. But
oh yeah, for sure.
But I really do believe that there is something that's going on that we do not know of. There is technology far greater than we can even comprehend, or doesn't even seem realistic. Exactly. But like I said, what is Antarctica hiding from us, and why is the military base swarming it like a fucking...
And you know what else is interesting about Antarctica? That, which is very, very, very rare that has ever happened. That all the countries came together and they said, this land is not for territorial purposes. So every country is agreement that nobody can claim this land. It's all like they're all working together to make sure whatever's there stays there. It's crazy, right?
That's kind of creepy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So okay, so then I'm gonna give a guess of what the hell's there.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm not gonna say a creature's there.
Like, what do you mean?
Like I don't know, a fucking
Demogorgon?
I don't think it's a beast or animal or some unknown creature that we don't know. Because one, why the fuck are the government and the military base? Why are they gonna favor them over everybody else? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, there's no way in my head it's not, or in my head it's not logical. If you're asking me what I feel like is there, my opinion, hypothetically, I think that there's some natural source there that was discovered, and obviously either all countries couldn't obtain it, is all the reasons why they can't get it, and all the reasons why they agree that whatever there is there, keep it safe. But it's obviously valuable to everyone in all the countries, because it's very interesting that you say, I mean, dude, I don't even know most countries that are just, hey, like, you're my friend. Like, everybody, I mean, look at it today. Like, everybody's at war with each other. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So if you're telling me what you're telling me is true, and all the countries agree to keep whatever Antarctica is sacred, protected, and they all agree that it is nobody's, but it's just there, then it's obviously, I feel like it's a natural source.
Something.
It's a natural source that nobody can obviously obtain, and therefore it has some value. Because obviously, I mean, why else?
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. If
Either
you care about something, if you care about something, you're gonna take care of it for sure.
Either that, or is Captain America still in the ice? I'm just kidding.
Okay.
No, but yeah, I just find that interesting. Like,
so what do you think?
Because it's just Antarctica. It's not Antarctica of the States or Antarctica. You know, like how Russia has, like.
What if it's all the dead people that fake their deaths, and it's just a.
You mean like Michael Jackson?
I mean Biggie. You know.
Biggie.
Tupac.
Damn. That's interesting. Maybe they're all there.
They're all on vacation.
What if Antarctica is not icy? It's just like.
It's just
like Tahiti or something.
What? Oh, no. Man.
But yeah, I just find it interesting.
Yeah, so basically what I feel logically, I feel like, yes, we haven't went to space. No, we haven't truly explored from a normal guy. Now, if, like I said, the government has some kind of secret group that does do that shit, then obviously they know more already. Yeah. And they're way more advanced than we are. Yeah. But I feel like, no, we haven't went to space. But no, I don't feel like the Earth is fucking flat.
No.
Because, like I said, if you jump high as fuck, you're gonna be falling to the edge of the fucking Earth, like, and you're gonna hit a fucking sideways tree. And then plus, I don't think we would be straight. Yeah, it would be like, no. That wasn't even a pun or a joke. Like, I don't think we would
stand.
Yeah, I think we would be
kind of like tilted towards the center.
Yeah, we'd be crooked.
Towards the center.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't think we're living on a CD. So anybody that says we live on a CD, they're full of shit.
And they're saying there's some flat earthers that believe that the dome is the ocean around us. And whenever, like, it's sunny outside, you see the sky.
Oh yeah, someone was saying through a telescope. I don't know if you ever seen if y'all haven't seen it, y'all need to go on YouTube and check it out for real.
A telescope?
No, like, go on YouTube of someone like zoomed in at, you know, they always say 1,000x or whatever
of the sky
of a star far away, right? Uh-huh. And they put it through a telescope and they say that it's an image. It looks like the star. It looks like if it's water or something. Oh. So they felt like I said, the dome, how you said the water around us, they felt like it's actually not stars and clusters. It's actually just globes. They're just fucking domes of water, which doesn't make sense to me.
So inside of dome of water, there's other domes of water.
Yes.
Kind of like how SpongeBob can drink water underneath the water.
But yet Sandy could be under a dome in a tree.
Exactly. Makes no sense.
How does that tree get water?
Exactly. It should be dead. What, does she open the hatch a little bit? Like cracks it open and lets a little bit of water in there?
Or maybe even if you get the roots of that shit, I think that tree would be
drowned.
Yeah, that tree would drown as fuck. Unless it's a fake tree.
Well, it is a cartoon, so.
Shit. If everything I see in SpongeBob is real.
Yeah, for sure.
Like Krusty Krab giving birth to a fucking whale, that shit didn't make sense.
Nah.
He should have went to Maury. But anyways, I think that was a good topic to talk about.
Yeah, flat Earth, very interesting. I forgot to mention one.
Okay.
Flat Earthers believe.
Okay.
Flight patterns of people, of flights. You know, like I don't remember how they go, but I think if so, like this is the flat Earth, and if you're taking like a flight from Los Angeles to Australia, that would be easier to just go this way, right?
Yeah.
Except they go like this way, like across the Earth, which is very interesting. They would do it like that, but I don't think like it. I don't know.
I really feel
because
like
the reason why people started like thinking about it is because there was this lady that gave birth to her kid on the airplane, and they were flying to somewhere that didn't was far away from Japan. And they landed in Japan, and people were like, "What the hell? What the hell are we doing in Japan? We're not going to Japan. We're not even getting close to Japan." But when flat earthers got in, they're like, "Well, like they took this route. You know, if the earth was flat and they took this route, it makes sense. You know what I mean?" But I don't know. I mean, I'm not a pilot, so I can't tell you. This
apparently,
is exactly
apparently
what's going
you
on.
can't even fly over Antarctica either.
Apparently,
because
you get shot down, right? I think.
Not only you get shot down, but
or escorted or something.
They said that's where like
the Bermuda
is, and where boats have sank, planes have gone missing.
Which is crazy, right?
Which is fucking crazy. That triangle. Maybe it's. They say it's a gravitational pull. They say it's a hole. Like at the bottom of the Bermuda Triangle, there's a hole,
in
space. A hole in the ocean.
Oh shoot.
That goes far deep into the core of the Earth, right? And that's why it gives off such a electromagnetic field or some stupid. This is the BS that they're talking about.
So what if the Bermuda Triangle is like a time machine?
Could be. What if we are in a time machine right now?
That's interesting.
What if when we die, we just start over?
That's reincarnation.
I just want to be back. I just want to come back as a chicken.
Yeah, so those are just.
I know that was random. That was random. I'm sorry.
Yeah, as a chicken in Plainview, so that way you don't die because apparently China Dragon doesn't use chicken.
They use pigeons.
Anyway, but yeah, I just find that's also interesting that the way they structure their flight plans.
Okay, I have a reason why they do that. Okay.
I don't believe in that. I'm just saying it's very interesting.
Well, the reason why some of the flight patterns are so different or the elevations and stuff, well, it's obvious that turbulence is one thing. The reason why they take those routes and they do that is because of the turbulence. Storms.
Isn't turbulence just like a lot of wind?
Yes, but what I'm saying is planes or pilots or whatever you want to call it, the pilot, obviously, his objective is to get everybody to point A to point B safely, as smooth as possible, right?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Well, okay, of course, if you're going from here to Hawaii, there can be a real bad, severe storm in the ocean.
Yeah.
There's always constant storms in the ocean, right? So, therefore, if the route, and the only reason I know this is because I actually watch DJ Khaled's
his Instagram or Snapchat.
Snapchat, right?
Yeah.
And he is like deadly afraid of heights like me is. Or like how I am, right? Like me is. But I'm so freaked out, right? But he literally shows, and because he's rich, he literally sees like where the plane's at, where he exactly is flying to, and where he's at every single time. And usually he says normal people that take a regular flight go from here straight shot to there, right? He says there was a circle there that was red. I'm assuming it was a storm. So he says, "Hey, We went straight right here, then we turned over here, then we went this way. So, I mean, like I said, people that have private jets and private planes and stuff like that, they can do that.
Exactly.
They can do that. Now, pilots, I'm just being honest. It's just like if you're working at a fast food restaurant, okay? Check this out. Pilots are just trying to get paid, trying to get people from point A to point B, right? They've been in the hundreds, probably hundreds of thousands of bad storms and bad turbulence. So to them, they're just thinking like, fuck it. I'm just going to get them to point A, point B, make sure that they're safe. It might be a little bit bumpy, but cool. Now, if you actually cared, like if a pilot was to actually care about the turbulence and stuff, that's why some of them make those patterns, because they're just trying to avoid the turbulence and therefore just trying to avoid
people getting crazy.
Yeah, getting freaked out and stuff.
Yeah. That makes sense.
All right. Well, I think that's a good time to stop. What do you think?
I think so. Yeah, that was pretty good. Pretty good topic. Flat Earth. Thank you, Victor.
Thank you, Victor, for talking about flat earthers and stuff like that. Once again, Fat Luigi and Regal want to say thank y'all so much for tuning in every single week, and we appreciate all the love and support.
Yes.
And we want to give a big shout out to Jonah, who is not always in the cameras, but he does a very good job at editing the videos, because I know for a fact
it takes time.
It takes time, and we're not the prettiest of people to be looking at for a couple of hours.
No.
So big shout out to Jonah, our camera guy, our tech, and big shout out to Regal, man. He does I know he does all the sound and making sure our EQs are good. So we always got to appreciate the people around us.
Yeah, and making sure that we don't get demonetized.
Not only that, but thanks to the sponsors, all the sponsors. Guys, take time out of your day to support local businesses. Take time out of your day to support people's dreams and so on and so forth. But that's all we have time for today. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, and get ready for the next one.
Yeah, peace.